Don't be shy, 'cause life won't bring you down too far.
Razavan here for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. With me, I've got the man with the best hair in boxing, Ben Davis. Ben, how are we doing?
All good, mate, you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Finally got hold of you after WhatsApping you and sending you messages through Instagram and stalking you, but I got you.
You got me. You hunted me down.
Ben, big fight weekend this week on Saturday night. Heavyweight division, Dillian Whyte, Alexander Povetkin. Just wanted to get your thoughts on the fight itself. Dillian's coming from a tough year. He had a lot going on with UCAD. He then didn't have the greatest performance against Marius Whyte. Not in great shape, but he looks like he's back in shape and back ready to roll on Saturday night.
Look, it's an interesting one. I think it'll be interesting to see how Dillian approaches the fight. I think that, if he comes out looking to show that he's got the best left hook, then he's going into a 50-50, maybe 60-40 in Dillian's favour, because in the heavyweight division, in any weight division, but especially the heavyweight division, one shot can change a fight. So I'd like to see him, use his reach advantage, be a little bit smarter, set up his attacks, and find the right opening, the right timing. Not be too risky, but of course, for that, everything's got to be on song. So it'll be interesting. We know that he's been away in Portugal for a long time, preparing for this for a long time. Nothing but, it seems like anyway, that he's done nothing but eat, sleep, and train and repeat. So it's definitely an interesting one. It's also interesting to see how both fighters, this is the biggest fight so far that we would have seen behind closed doors. So it'd be interesting to see how, how both of them deal with that as well.
We know Povetkin's been through the Olympics, won the Olympic gold. He's fought Klitschko and Joshua. Hasn't really won the world title just yet. But is he towards the end of his career, or does he still have something to prove?
Yeah, look, obviously he is coming towards the end of his career, and that's why I'm saying, if you stand there in exchange, and it becomes a 50-50, because the last thing that leaves a fighter is his power. So I think that would be a silly move, but it'd be an interesting one as well. I know that he's had a change in his camp as well, so that would be interesting to see how he deals with that. I don't know if he worked with his new trainer for a long period of time and have known each other for a while, or if they're still getting to know each other and gelling. So there's lots of factors, and it'll be an interesting one. But I think that if Dillian takes the right approach, a smart approach, and sets his work up, then I expect him to be victorious.
A lot of talk is about Dillian Whyte being the mandatory for over 1,000 days for that WBC belt, held by a fighter you obviously worked with for a period of time in Tyson Fury. Obviously, you would have known a little bit in the camp, Ben. What's Tyson's thoughts on Dillian Whyte, and would Tyson fight him? Because a lot of people think that Tyson will just end up vacating the belt because the belt doesn't dictate him, he dictates what he wants to do.
Well, look, it's not for me to dictate what Tyson will do. I don't see him. He's not a man to swerve a fight, and he's shown that numerous times. He went to Germany to box Klitschko, went to America to box Wilder. He's not going to swerve a fight, is he? And he's proved that. So that's nonsense talk. But you have to see, if it was a case of the Joshua Fury fight overriding a Whyte Fury fight, potentially, yeah. It's a difficult situation because the fight that everybody wants to see, we're so close to seeing an undisputed heavyweight champion. But yeah, there could be the Dillian Whyte situation in the middle of it. I mean, if Povetkin comes through on Saturday, then it looks like that may not be an issue, but we'll have to see. But Tyson's definitely not the type of man to swerve a fight, and as I say, he's shown that numerous times.
And this, can you give me a quick update on Billy? What's it, any updates? You obviously saw the announcement about Canelo. He's going to get the chance to fight for the WBC belt against Yildirim at 168. Were you surprised with that announcement? Number one, and also second part, what's the latest with Billy?
Yeah, I was surprised by it, but I also knew that Yildirim was promised a shot by the WBC after what happened last time. So I understand that part. I'm just, I don't understand how Canelo's just walked straight in and took that opportunity straight away. But I believe that he was the franchise champion, so therefore he didn't need to fight for the WBC title or something like that. But I don't understand it 100%, to be honest. Latest on Billy Joe, there is no date at the minute. I think with coronavirus, everything's still a bit up in the air. I think we still don't know when there'll be crowds back. And obviously the situations happen with Yildirim where that's what they'll be looking to do. When and where, I don't know. And how they'll be doing it, I don't know. I've heard rumours that Canelo will have to take a pay cut or whatnot. So I think there's still lots of things to resolve before that fight actually gets made. So with Billy Joe, we're still waiting, and as is so many other fighters, and especially the world champions.
Just finally, Ben, before I let you go, final prediction Saturday night, Whyte Povetkin. How does it end and who wins?
Listen, anything can happen in the heavyweight division. I fancy Dillian Whyte to come through it, but it's an interesting one. I think, and more interesting is how he goes about the job, because we know that he's got a fantastic left hook, as has Povetkin. So if they're both exchanging, anything can happen. I fancy Dillian Whyte to be a little bit smarter than that and pick his moments to be successful. And but I'm also looking forward to Katie Taylor versus Delphine, is it, or Delphine person?
That's right. Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I like to see what adaptations that Katie's made, and we know what Pursuit brings, so that'll be an interesting one as well.
Ben, you said 5-6 minutes because you're on a personal little outing at the moment, so I'm gonna stick it there and leave it there. Appreciate you jumping on.
No problem, mate.
I'm sure we'll catch up in greater depth, face to face very soon.
This is on a hands-free device as well, by the way.
I thought you wasn't driving. I thought you were the passenger.
No, I am, but it's on a hands-free. One of those things that's stuck on the
dashboard.
Stuck on the dashboard.
Yeah. Ben Davis for IFL TV. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.